We're right here, Fontana Dam. The idea, from what I understand, is we're going to all the way down here to Stagoa Gap, which is about 20 miles.
You know, it's fine when you're in the apartment carrying it around, but when you look at a mountain and you're like, man, it's not as appetizing, I guess.
Three inexperienced backpackers embark on the Appalachian Trail to find the stories of the hikers and discover their own stories on the journey.
Oh God, this is awesome. And like Matthew McConaughey always says, you gotta just keep going.
We'll figure it out.
What you planning? What's my plan?
Well, when we knew we were going to do this couple-day hike on the Appalachian Trail, we thought, what part are we going to do it? Because we want to do it somewhere local.
Hunter, are you ready?
I'm ready.
If there was one person's idea, it was definitely Hunter's.
I would say it was my idea to do the Appalachian Trail because I love the outdoors. We're in the Appalachian Mountains. So our original plan was we were going to hike for 3 days from Fontana Dam to Stagoa Gap, which is about 20 miles.
Getting ready to go.
So Jansen is one of my good friends, met him through school.
God dang it. I've been camping with my family at various campgrounds. So we've stayed overnight in a tent, like with sleeping bags.
Jansen, are you trail ready?
Dude, I'm so trail ready. I was born trail ready.
Were you?
Maybe not born trail ready, but we're gonna find out in a few days.
I think he's been camping, but he's not like the kind of guy that would choose to pee outside if he had to.
All right. I have no hiking experience like that at all. Especially not something like this. There's nothing quite like the Appalachian Trail.
The Appalachian Trail is a trail that goes from Georgia to Maine. There's like a day hike, which is like if you were just gonna go out in your backyard and hike for a little bit, and there's a section hike, just a small section of it. It could go from 2 or 3 days to a week or so, depending on how long you want to spend on the trail.
That's us, boys.
That sign right there says Appalachian Trail, Georgia to Maine.
Oh, there's a scale up here.
We have no idea where we're going. This could end badly. I'm not really sure. In the planning phase, everything seemed okay.
This isn't too far.
When we got to Fontana Dam, initially to where we were going to start, they had a big map of the Appalachian Trail there. And then we looked at our map and we said, wait a minute, this is not right.
Instead of this being west to east, this is north to south. And we're trying to figure out which way is north and which way is south right now because we don't want to go a mile the wrong way just to turn around and go 2 miles back. Sound like a plan, Jake?
Whose fault was it? I would actually say it was Jansen's fault.
I blame Jansen.
I think it was a collective, so I wouldn't blame it on one person. Let's do it, fellas.
There was never really a part when we realized we screwed up where it was like, oh, nah, dude, I'm backing out. I mean, we were cool with it.
I definitely foresee myself falling a few times this week.
We just kind of kept chugging and going.
So, are we going the right way? Good.
Yeah, that's
Let's keep going. When we finally started going on this trip and on this trail, we saw that, oh, we're going basically straight uphill the entire time instead of it being flat like we thought it was going to be.
It's pretty freaking steep, as you can see. And it's been steep for a while if you want to get a nice shot.
Initially, we thought we had a good idea. Didn't turn out to be the case.
I am literally already sweating.
Good, how are you?
Good.
Our original plan was we were gonna hike with people, and since it was the weather it was, everyone was going north. They're called northbounders. We messed up and we ended up being southbounders. But it actually ended up working out a lot better because we ended up hiking south against the grain.
Boom.
So we could meet way more people.
You know, the people we came across, they were hiking the entire Appalachian Trail from Georgia to Maine. It's a long way.
All right, guys, good luck.
Thank you.
Sure thing. A through hike is where a person goes bottom to top to bottom, completes the entire trail.
It's that long commitment of like 6 or 7 months of your life doing it, living on the trail.
Hey, how's it going?
Well, so we pretty much wanted to find out why people were hiking. We wanted to figure out like what they had to sacrifice to actually go on the trail because it's a long commitment to do a through hike.
Yeah, we're married.
So why are you here?
We thought it would be fun.
Pretty much.
I think Jade and Mike were really cool because they literally packed up their stuff and hit the trail and like didn't even like what I could tell from the personalities, they didn't even like second guess it.
We quit our jobs. We moved out of our apartment. We put everything in storage.
We sold the rest.
Yeah.
So what are you gonna do when you get back?
No clue.
We don't know where we're going when we're done.
We've talked to 2 incredible people so far. Hopeful to find some more like that on this trail. So let's keep going.
All right. See you. See you up the road.
So much.
What's your trail name?
We don't have them.
When you go on the trail, nobody knows who you are. Nobody knows where you're from unless you tell them.
I think trail names is like a way of like kind of identifying yourself as like who you are, kind of like your personality.
The eye in the sky.
Eye in the sky.
Huh?
The trail names, they come from other people. You don't usually give yourself a trail name.
Okay.
Great. Thank you.
Now you got a trail
There
name.
we go.
Eye
That's
in the
right.
sky team.
All right, thank you.
Thank you.
I told people they were struggling getting up the hill one day, and I told them I'd give them a cookie if they made it to Katahdin. So that's how I got my trail name.
I mean, we saw a lot of inspirational people on the trail, but Cookie was pretty inspirational.
4.5 years ago, I was given too many antibiotics, and it ended up killing all the bacteria in my stomach. And so everything I was eating was making me sick, but they couldn't figure out for a very long time what was making me sick. And I am celebrating my health because I didn't think I was going to get better, and now I am. So.
You wouldn't have ever thought that this woman was sick just a few weeks, months ago.
Thank you again. Yeah, it was nice meeting you.
Nice meeting you too,
Yeah,
thanks.
yeah. Have a good one.
Alright, so how many miles we go today?
Well, being the fact you're holding it upside down.
It is upside down. I was feeling still pretty optimistic after the first night. We did, I think, close to 4 miles, right at 4 miles. It was all uphill, pretty much. According to this, it's supposed to be uphill again tomorrow, right, Hunter?
For a little bit.
For a little bit.
But now it's time for some short eye.
Day 1.
In the
over.
books. See you for day 2.
Good morning, Jetson. Jake. 8 o'clock. Get up.
Day 2's hike was, in my opinion, a comparison to what hell is going to be like.
We knew it was going to be uphill, but I don't think we realized how uphill actually was in that trail sense until we actually hit it. There's times where we had to stop a ton when you're just going uphill on an incline that looks like this.
We're lost.
It weighs on you.
We'll just do this, man. That's how we get home.
Dude, let's just get home. I'm not gonna walk for like 2 weeks, dude.
It really blows.
Just hit 12 o'clock. We finally made it to our first stopping point on the day.
Where you're like, you know what, screw it, let's just stop here. This sucks, my feet hurt.
It is 12:22 and we're at Cable Gap Shelter. And we have a little bit of problem. Hunter, what's the problem?
The next 6 miles we're gonna hike today is gonna be uphill.
How you feeling, Jane?
I was not exactly the most open to going 6 miles because we had done 3 the day before and it was horrible. Gotta keep going.
All right, let's go. So let's ride. Woo! Nothing but trees.
You guys have a great hike.
This is getting a lot harder. And a lot harder. than I thought it was going to be.
Way to go.
No, dude, we've hiked more than 2 miles. We have to have hiked more than 2 miles.
In my head, at one point, I didn't think we were gonna make it to the shelter that night.
Okay, got 4 quick questions. Is that okay?
Yeah, go ahead.
Where did you start from?
Springer,
Springer? Okay. What's your trail name, if you have one?
Rabbit,
Rabbit.
Stick.
Tell us why. Rabbit Stick was one of the people we met on the trail. I believe he got his name because he had, you know, a big old walking stick.
I'm after a triple crown.
A triple crown. And can you explain to us what that is exactly?
A triple crown is when you do all 3 long hikes, the Pacific Crest Trail, the Appalachian Trail, and the Continental Divide Trail. So I've done the Pacific Crest Trail, and this is the Appalachian, and next year I'll do the Continental Divide.
What'd you sacrifice to get here?
What did I sacrifice?
Yes, sir.
Mainly just money.
Just money?
Time.
Money and time?
Money and time.
Thank you so much, sir.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
After we talked to him, we started walking away from him, and we said, you know, thank you for your time, you know, be safe on the trail. And he turned right back around and said, oh, by the way, there's a gentleman down the trail you're probably going to bump into, and he has a hurt ankle.
Tell him as soon as he gets down to the road here, to where the information center is, he can dial 0, and a shuttle will come and pick him up.
We didn't ask him about anything like that. It wasn't even brought up in conversation. We walked away completely, and he turned around and said that. And we kind of looked at each other and was like, wow, these guys, they don't know each other, but their hikers are really close with each other out here.
For $6. So let him know that.
Yes, sir. Thank you. Thank you so much.
Okay, guys.
And I'm sure he'll thank you.
All right, bye-bye.
Rolled your ankle?
Yeah.
He said to tell you that a shuttle comes through here.
Yeah, just go ahead.
Dial 0.
Dial 0, and for $3, they'll take you to the shelter.
Sounds like a plan, yeah. And I think I even have 3 $1 bills.
That's right.
He was really struggling walking down on the trail. It was a part that he just came down from a downhill stretch that we were about to go uphill on. He came over and sat down, and we started talking to him.
My daughter back in November told me she wanted to do a through hike, and I had thought about it off and on over the years. And 2.5 years ago I was diagnosed with pancreatic cancer, and I went through over 2 years of very intensive chemotherapy and radiation. And the tumor is still there. It's inoperable. But I got off chemotherapy in September, and I just thought, why not do it?
Yeah.
This was a way for him to spend time with her and to connect with her. I wouldn't have thought I would have heard something like that on that trail.
Well, I don't know. I might have blown my ankle out.
I sacrificed the ankle ligament a little bit.
Yeah. I think it'll be okay, though. I'm just going to have to accept reality that it's not going to happen for me this year.
You could just see the passion in his eyes and how hurt he was, knowing the fact that because of this injury, you might actually have to stop.
We hiked over 100 miles. We hiked 106 miles together over 2 weeks, and I wouldn't take anything for it.
To him, it didn't matter. To him, it was about being with his daughter and spending that time and doing something that they could both share in.
For him to be able to overcome something as big as that, I mean, I can walk the trail for 3 days.
After talking to Odin, I felt like our mood kind of springed a little bit. We didn't complain as much.
It kind of gave us a spark. Let's just hit this thing head on. Let's just go.
Every time we walk past a hiker in the past 30 minutes, we've been asking how far away we are from the shelter. That's where we're stopping tonight, and apparently we have one more hill. When we got to the shelter was kind of like a relief. I will say sitting down in a log never felt so good. I was ready for day 2 to be over.
Just got done with day 2, the most exhausting day by far.
I definitely felt like that day was an accomplishment. I was ready to get to the 3rd day because after 10 miles, 3 miles doesn't seem nearly as bad.
It's just after 8 o'clock, so.
Crazy Saturday night.
Yeah, our bodies are hurting, so we're gonna rest them.
So we're about to night hike out of here.
It's like what, 6? 6 exactly.
Our plan for the third day was to wake up really early in the morning.
Look at that moon, dude. God, I hope we just don't die. I mean, you can see how freaking dark it is out here.
We have to go right there, 2.4 miles to Stucco again.
My heart rate is going very fast.
Hey man, how y'all doing today? Well, we just summited whatever this is, and that's the sunrise. Koa!
Freaking
Let's go!
When we got to Stucco Gap, we were just hanging out, watching a beautiful view, and waiting for our ride to get there. And then a trailer pulls up, and a guy gets out of it and starts unloading all these little Debbie snacks, all these different kinds of fruits and stuff.
When I finished my hike in 2003, I had been keeping names and addresses of just random people that I had never ever met that did anything from giving me a ride into town to actually letting me stay in their home. How do you ever repay that? Well, you can't, because I'll probably never see any of those people again. But I'll run into folks like y'all, and there'll be hikers coming down that trail shortly.
You know, it was refreshing to meet that couple, because you wouldn't expect people just to go out of their way to do something like that.
This is part of how I worship. This gives me an opportunity to put feet to the things that I say I believe. I think going to church is fine, I do, but I want a little more than that. I want a little more substance than just sitting in a large group singing hymns.
They're just inspiring, like Hopeful's name is, they're just inspiring hope and allowing people to continue on their journey.
Ah!
Good times.
3 days, 20 miles.
It's a lot harder than I thought it was going to be.
I think this trip has been great. I think I'm feeling blessed to be able to do it. I get to do it with 2 great guys and get to see some of the views I've seen.
Meeting the people out here has been pretty cool though. The people we've met, they've all got a different story, a different reason why they're hiking, and I think that's really incredible.
Just talking to some of these people were incredible. They all had different stories. Not one of them were the same, but they were family.
Love it, Hunter.
Love it.
So we out. Push the pedal down, baby, I wanna go fast. I'm jumping the rear view through the back glass. Maybe a feeling that I never had.
She was biting me lip like a good kind of bad. Wanna slow down and touch that brake. While we were passing the lake. We passed the lake.
We did pass the lake.
We got the peanut butter.
It's alright to be young and dumb. She said, don't it taste like freedom?
Let's do it.
Going up to that cave.